Hi. So I am just recording this as maybe a first episode to many things I am going to be sharing, and I am going to try and balance it so that it's not oversharing, but it's sharing with intention to help others. So I am Sharon Baton, and I'm going to be doing a get ready with me so that you can actually see myself dressing up, because I think that's what people like, right? So you can see me dressing up, but also, so I've just showered. It's about 7 a.m. in the morning. I'm actually in a hotel and I'm filming this. I felt this was the right setting and I felt relaxed enough to do this. And yes, I have quite a number of things to share. So I'll start by putting on my sunscreen. So just generally a couple of things I really want to talk about. The first is that I am in my early 40s and I had a dream. I think since I've been 27, 28, I had this dream that I would own a business, get away from the rat race, and just get to that point where I don't feel like I have to be chasing money, that money's chasing me, And I am, well, you could say I'm an immigrant, so I am from Ghana originally, so I am Ghanaian, but I've naturalized as a British citizen. I've been in the UK for several years now. I don't need to give the specific numbers, but it's in the decades. So I came in here and realized that the struggle is real. It's a different type of struggle to what's in Africa, and that the glass ceiling is there, especially for immigrants and blacks. And so I had to pause because I forgot my makeup kit. This shows how green I am to all of this. But yeah, I actually use MAC Studio Fix. I don't like too much makeup, but and please, I use my fingers, I use brushes, I do whatever I want. So for the critics out there looking for fault, sorry, I can't really be bothered. But as I was saying, so yes, that was my dream, to actually get into business. I've always felt in my heart that that would really be a way to give me that level of independence, and it was just a little dream in me. It never really blossomed. It never really went beyond anything, and I think a lot of people actually have that, so it's not like I'm special. But one thing that I can say is that once I gave birth to my son and even my daughter afterwards, I think for a lot of mothers this is to drive, because you start to realize that you can't really, it's difficult to say that you can have it all. You can't really have it all. And so having that business would have afforded me the flexibility I needed. The beauty is that with my daughter, with COVID, there was a bit more flexibility being offered to employees, but still, you still need so much more, no matter what you get in an employment contract. Anyway, I remember in 2016, I actually started off by starting a YouTube video, because I felt like I did the maths at that time. I was like, putting myself out on YouTube will be a way for me to be, to be more confident when it comes to communication, but also allow me to, explore the idea of the camera on me. It's really uncomfortable. I really find all of this very uncomfortable. I'm just getting my head around that. But I'm realizing the way things are, and social media is actually a gateway to promoting yourself, letting people really understand who you are. I know there are lots of scammers out there, so it actually gives insights to a little bit of who you are. I'm realizing that my lips are a bit dry, so I'll stop and I'll just put some Vaseline. I really love this Vaseline. Can you see it? I love this Vaseline lip therapy. So I'm not kind of on camera with dry lips, you know. It's so interesting what the lighting does to you. It makes me look a little lighter skinned than I actually am. I'm quite dark skinned, so don't let this fool you. Right, that's enough to continue. So where am I? So yeah, 2016, I did start a YouTube channel. I think I did up 2 recordings. It was such an achievement for me to even edit. I didn't have any idea what I was doing. I used InShot, and yeah, was able to edit and put something out there. I think I may have put it away now. I had a channel called Mayday Baden, and that's what I've actually always gone with, the business, the name of my business. But what I really want to talk about today is, because there's so much I can share, is to talk about the idea of business. So I started my business about a year ago. It's just actually under a year. And I realized that, should I use this? So this is NYX Fixed Stick. Honestly, I'm just doing this makeup because I'm on camera, but let's see how good I am with it. I'm not great, but I've seen a lot of other YouTubers doing it. And yeah, hopefully it comes out looking good. Right. Where am I? Wait, hold on, I think I'm supposed to spray something. So there's this matte finish. Mix, another mix, another NYX product. So I'm just spraying it here. Oh, I think I used too much. So I started this 2016, the idea of a business, never really went forward with it. There was so much going on in my life at that time. So, you know, I just did the 2 videos, never really went forward with it. Honestly, my timelines could be wrong, but that's what I'm just going with. And then in last year, due to a number of changes in my personal life, personal and professional life, I decided to just take the risk and start a business. So I took some time out of work to set up the business. I said I'm going to actually take it a bit seriously. By the way, I did something with a friend of mine, I think before, like in the course of 2015, 2016. I think in that period, 2015 to 2017. But I can talk about that later. I really don't want this video to be a long one. I just really want to capture the bits around, not the bits, the essence of starting a business. And then I can talk about, you know, that time. I can also then talk about what happened professionally with me to be able to take this decision. And then I can talk more as to how my journey is going as well. And it's not a straightforward journey. And I would say this though, because I really don't want this video to go more than 20 minutes. I want to keep it short and sweet, if that's short and sweet for you. So, are you guys seeing any difference? Oh, I don't know. Again, this lighting is quite deceptive. But, you know, so I started this business. It's HR consultancy. It's, I love the idea of starting a business, promoting myself, trying to get clients in. It was tough because all the setup, I even started YouTube for a little bit, a different channel, and it was a struggle. Like me just being familiar with the camera, I've already talked about it. And so with that, that out of the way, I was like, let me pause. And no, actually, sorry. So starting was tough, but the whole plan was the first 3 months was to set myself up for YouTube, to promote myself, talk about what I do, talk about the things, the knowledge that I had. It was okay, a few views, but not as viral as I'd like it to be. And I've really understood the importance of virality. And it's so funny, there's an irony in this because I used to actually look down on, not look down, actually that's the wrong word. I used to just have a bit of a complex about those who are on social media. And I think a lot of us do, so don't come at me. In the initial stages, it's like very experimental, and you start thinking, who is this person, having the camera on them and showing so much of their lives and all of that. But I think for me, I'm just now really being careful, and that's my problem. I think it's the oversharing bit that sometimes you kind of raise your eyebrows and you wonder, is that necessary? That's a bit too much. But there's also the bit that you still want to get to know the person, so that's also important. So I did a bit of that for about 3-4 months, no, 3 months. But it was a struggle because, I mean, again, I've got family, I'm trying to set up a business, and being an entrepreneur and juggling so many hats, it's tough. Never underestimate when someone's telling you that it's tough, especially when you're trying to manage it in a way that you're not spending too much money. That makes it double hard. And now I understand the importance of having investment, like investors in your business, and I didn't have that. So everything was just me driving on, looking at YouTube to get inspiration. What else? And so, yeah, it led me on towards the latter part of last year. I was getting some interest. I was supporting some clients, but it wasn't for the amount that I was spending in the business. I wasn't getting that much back. And so I decided to switch things up in January just to really look at the data, the analytics a little bit more. I even changed the contractor I was working with. And all of this is experimental. A lot of it was also doing some coaching on the side. But again, it's not replacing the income that I was earning before. And a lot of my savings was also going into this business. So what I really want for you to take away from this is that when you're starting a business, it's really good to have savings. Thank God I have something to like rest on, to fall back on, but it's not to be taken lightly. And so a lot of money has actually gone into this. A lot of money has gone into this. And the ROI, I feel like, could have been so much better. But I need to build my muscle for marketing. It's something that I think I can, but it's something I'm just getting my head around. But yes, the second takeaway is that it's important to really have a clear strategy of what you want your business to do. There's this guy who I'll give a shout out to. He's called the CEO Entrepreneur, and he had this free workshop that he put out, like a 4-hour long workshop that he put out, and it was so useful. And so what I would say is that YouTube is helpful, but there's nothing like having a coach. And I think I was missing that. I did try out a few, but some of them were just so self-centered. I didn't feel like they were out to support me. And then there were also others that the fee was just a lot. So let me continue with this. So yeah, I think that's just generally, I decided against paying so much for it and thinking I could do it on my own. And that's a third point. Maybe it's that third point. That's another mistake that I made. I don't think I can look into the camera whilst I'm doing this. Actually, hold on. Let me not do this. Let me use a bit of shadow first. So I've got this Xuri. Can you see it? And a friend gave it to me on my 40th, and I love it so much. I don't think she understands how much I appreciate it, but I do love it. So let me see. Today I'm wearing blue. I'm wearing a blue dress. I don't think you can see it. I can't put myself up, but I'm wearing a blue dress. I'm on holiday, so I'm feeling very holiday vibes. But I'll